Hey guys, it's John here, and this is going to be basically my first video on my channel, and I'm just going to go through how to kill arraxor and araxxi. I'll just go through my gear real quick, which is just up in the top left here. Also my abilities, just in the bottom center down here. If you want to see them, go right ahead, just pause the video or whatever. My inventory as well, which is what I use. And you also need, actually I just need to pick this up real quick. Just an anti-poison is also needed, obviously. So, essentially what this boss is it's a big spider, and how if you look at him for face value, he has a lot of mechanics mixed in together from other bosses. How you get to there first of all though is you just go to Mauritania, use the ecto file, go right here, and then you just can go down here to bank if you need to, then come out here, following my cursor, and just here, where is that? There's also an agility shortcut you can take here, which requires 92 agility to get past. I don't have it, so I will be going the long way. And I'll just go through and explain some of the items and why I have them. Sign of Death is very useful because in the last phase, if he's got like say 10k HP left and you die, then your Sign of Death will activate and kill it, and you will get the kill because of it. So as you can see, this is just the path I'm taking there. And so what you want to do is, at the start, when you enter the instance or the boss room, there is a 1 in 3 chance to get the correct spawn. Now the correct spawn is different depending on your combat style. So if you're ranging, you want to try and find a mage spawn. It's not necessary, however it does increase your damage, and the damage you take, increases the damage you deal significantly, and also decreases the damage you take. So this world got someone in there, so I'm going to pause the video real quick and I'll come back when I find a world. Okay, so I found a world. I've just entered the instance. Obviously, in your yak as well, you want to have just rock tails in there and whatnot. So this is range. As you can see, his legs are green. This is not what we want. We want blue legs, because when he's green, he'll be using ranged attacks. I'll come back when I get the right spawn. He also, I'll pause the video and come back when I get the right spawn. But I'll also explain first the melee. He has orange or red legs, and in mage he has blue. And obviously blue is what I want, because I want to be versed in mage. So I'll come back when I find the right spawn. Okay guys, so as you can see now, I found the right spawn after about 10 minutes, which is really silly, and it usually doesn't take that long, but it happened. So basically now we're in the first phase. I've started burning the web, as you need to do to get to the second phase of this fight. So this is its first ability. Now how it works is any damage you deal to it gets reflected on you, and you still deal the damage, but it just gets reflected on you. So you want to definitely not use your snapshot or rapid fire it. If you do, if you're quick enough, you can bust out a shield and just, I guess, stop that and get a heal, which is quite nice when you're dealing damage and getting a heal for free. So every time he just uses the ability Cocoon on me, which is one of his moves, one of his 3 moves. And all that is if you freedom or anticipate before any of his moves, you can stop. As you can see there, I just snapshot, so I'm probably going to hurt myself, which I didn't. That was quite nice actually. So I'm just trying to hit him right now, especially while I'm in Death Swiftness, try and get a res off, but that didn't happen, and my res went off before I hit. So now I'm just helping, just getting him down as much as I can. This has been really slow. It's kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time, but we will see how we go. So that's one of his other abilities, where he just pulls you in and he swipes you. And he deals AoE damage. If you don't know what AoE damage is, it's area of effect, meaning multiple areas where you can stand and it will get hit, essentially. So I'm just keeping up in my food. There's another ability. Now I didn't freedom or anticipate, so you can see how much longer I'm in the web now for. I'm in there for now. And now I can go to the second phase. However, I just want to get down just a little bit more. And there's another swipe, so I'm running out of melee distance because I didn't anticipate or freedom, so he did pull me in that time. I'm just going to throw off a tendrils here. Yep, and move into next phase. Now when you move into next phase, his health goes back up to full, and You just need, basically the whole idea is of why you want to damage him is because in the last phase you need to deal essentially 300k damage to him. And it's cut up into the 3 sections, of course. When he goes into phase 1, he's at 100k. Then if you go to phase 2, he'll go back up to 100k again. And his HP gets put in a pool. And as you can see, this is his enrage. Okay, so we're in phase 2 now. So he spawns, since tunnel 1 and 3 are open, he will spawn, make the room into a shadow, and you have to stand in the beams of light to stop getting damaged or hit by them. He's in phase 2. He spawns these eggs because tunnel 1 is now is open. So what happens there is he'll spawn eggs, and what you want to do is then run the fire ball that you get into the eggs, and it will kill them. So this is one of the 5 spiders. This is the pulsing spider, and the other 3 are bladed spiders, which are melee attacks. You have the spitting spider, which is range attacks, and then the runic, I believe, which also does mage attacks. The other spider, and I just tendrilled a minion, but okay. And you don't want to be doing that, by the way. That's very bad, because they only have 30k HP, so you don't really want to be doing that. That's the animation where the little spiders all came out, and see how I'm hitting myself right now? That's because a mirror back is out, and the mirror back works, as I said, and I'm still hitting him. That any damage you deal to a arraxor while the mirror back is up gets reflected on you. So as you can see, that was a very poor demonstration of what, well, that is exactly what you aren't supposed to do. Sorry, an imbued spider or the mage ones. So basically just keep eating up, make sure you don't go below half, really, is the main key to it. It's not so bad at low enrages, but at high enrages it can be very, very bad, because you can get one shot by a swipe or a cleave. So I'm just killing the spiders now, and as you can see up here, there's no next to the enraged buff, which is just in the top center there. There's no there's a familiar symbol, or like a wolf symbol for like the summoning symbol is, and you just put the cursor over it, and it'll tell you how many need to spawn. So you need to spawn 25 for this phase not to be completed, but it's useful because if you do this, then when you go into phase 3, no spiders will spawn, other than the eggs, of course. So now that he has no more spiders to spawn, he's going to use abilities more frequently, because he only has, well, since he has no more spiders to spawn, he will only be using abilities. So I'm just going to keep DPSing. He's about to use another ability, which is spawning eggs. And a good thing I usually find is every 5 to 6-ish attacks, he'll use an ability. Obviously that works a little different for the spider spawns and stuff like that, but I usually just work off of that. So I'm going to head down to phase 3. I don't really like to fight along here when you go into phase 2. I don't like to fight along this short tunnel sort of thing, because you can have spiders spawn and they're all clustered under each other, and it's just, yeah, it's a bit too much. So this is what's happening now, is the room's darkening, and this is from the having tunnel 3 open. I'll be doing videos on tunnel 2 and tunnel 3 in the future, but for now it's just tunnel 1. So now I just got put in the cocoon, so I'm just spam clicking to break out of it. I'm just using abilities like rapid fire, mainly thresholds. I'll use a devotion here just because I don't want to soak up too much damage. Well, I want to soak up damage. And I missed the freedom again, which is very bad. At low enrages, it's not a problem. Like, you can get through the whole fight without even using it once. However, you do want to get into the habit of it as quickly as possible for higher enrages. So he's reflecting right now, so I'm going to bust out my shield and just resonance it real quick. And what you can do is you can run back and forth, and you'll still get adrenaline for this, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm at 100, so I'm going to Death Swiftness, Adren Pot, Needle Strike. I should be waiting to Needle Strike for my snapshot, so it deals more damage. And he's about to use another ability, so I'm going to Freedom right now. And see how my Freedom's up? So I'll get out of this a lot faster, like you saw just there. He's not going to use another ability for a while, so I know I'm okay to Rapid Fire, then he won't reflect on me. So he's about to use another ability, which is the eggs. So I'm going to run over to the eggs real quick. Keep in mind that you do want to DPS on the way to the eggs. Like, you do have quite a significant amount of time before you have to get to the eggs. He's about to use another ability. And I didn't have Freedom or Anticipate up, so that was just my bad. and I couldn't really do anything to stop it. So I'm just keeping up my HP, watching prayer, no use devotion right here. I used freedom instead, which is also when eggs spawn and the fireball comes down that you used to destroy him, he puts our defensive abilities like our devotion on cooldown for around about 5 seconds. So keep that in mind if you like go to say, I don't know why you would, but if you barricade, be on the note that if he does do that, you can't barricade if you're trying to stop damage for some reason. A little bit of a premature eat there, but it's fine. So he's at about 50k. I think it's fine to death swiftness here, and you want to get up into the when you go to the last phase, you want to get to it, and when you do, of course, you want to be at about 100% adrenaline. It's quite critical actually to gain the kill smoothly and efficiently. Just using some abilities now, and he's about to use another ability, so I'm going to anticipate. Okay, so he's brought out this light beam, so I'm going to want to stand in this, and I can stand in the light beam and obviously be on my death swiftness. In that situation I was, so it was quite useful. I'm going to anticipate. Oh, nope, sorry. Not anticipate, I was trying devotion there, but I used another ability, so as you can see it cancelled out my devotion. And from phase 1 to 3, his life pool his life basically works like a pool. So if say he was at 50k in the first phase and 50k in the second phase, and you go to phase 3, he'll go to 100% HP, and then he'll have another 100k that you have to deal with before you can go to the next phase. Because phase 3 works as if you are actually killing the spider. So there's cleave. I'm just going to run out of that, and my yak has 3 minutes left, but we should be fine. We should have more than enough time. So I'm keeping it at 100% right now, or trying to, because I know that I really do want to go into the last phase with 100%. That was really bad, but we'll go through with this. So I'm moving a piece of food back and forth between an item. You can do it with other items as well, but this is just to stop the animation for araxxor, the animation of him walking over. So you can stall adrenaline when you get over here. As you can see, I'm at 100% right now, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm also wanting to watch the overload, make sure that's always up. So that's the shadow, and basically how this phase works is he shoots 2 types of attacks, range and mage. So you want to keep switching your prayers from those, as well as eating as well in the same time. So he's only used an ability and another couple attacks. He is going to spawn spiders here, because as I came over to the last last phase, as you would have seen that he did spawn eggs, and I didn't get to break them. So they would have spawned spiders, and as you can see there are spiders getting spawned right now. He's used the ability cleave on me, so I'm just running out of that. By the way, it does hit your yak, so you do usually have to either use familiarized food to heal it up, or just get a new yak. That's what I usually do. So that's another ability. It's just cocooning me, which is fine though. I didn't get the anticipate up or whatnot, but it is fine. So I'm switching my prayer now to range to obviously mitigate damage, and mage right about now. That was a bit fast of a switch. The shadow's too far away, so I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to keep switching my prayers, make sure that I'm not taking too much damage. Okay, so he's at about 50k now. This is where I'd like to I'm going to drink an anti-poison as well, just to make sure I don't get poisoned. And what I'm going to do here is just use brews, because brews don't actually take away adrenaline when you drink them, so they're really good to get to 100%. And what I'm trying to do here is make it so that when he gets down to 25k HP, when the core comes out, as I call it, that I will be rapid firing and hopefully killing it before the core really gets to hit me. So he's at 27, so I'm going to use it now. I'm switching my prayers as they come out, and as you can see, he's already significantly low, and that core has not gotten close to me to even hitting me yet. So I'm going to keep switching my prayer, and I'm going to go for a walk right now. He just hit me, but it's fine. Okay, and that's basically the kill. As you can see, it took me a while to find the right spawn, because I paused the video, but it took me a while to get the right spawn and whatnot. So let's check out the loot. And there's the loot, some overloads, that's not too bad. And you spank call, and you leave the araxxor cave, and you get spawned here, and you just use your ectofile, and you go just to the bank, and that's your run really. Another thing I'd need to mention as well is that if you need any help with any bossing, I will be making videos of it hopefully over the next couple of weeks and whatnot. And also, if you want to message me in game, I'll be happy to answer any questions about anything, item related, rotation, DPS rotation related, how each phase works. If you want more in-depth sort of guide on it, I can definitely do that for you. And yeah, so that's basically it. So I'm just heading back to the bank right now to go for another kill. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day.